Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is cracking with you, Pack Nation? It's your man King Howie back with another video. Out and about enjoying this wonderful Sunday morning. And let's get into this shit. I don't know how long ago this interview went down with Colin Cowturd and Mercedes Lewis, tight end for the Green Bay Packers. But apparently, Colin still on his wild goose chase of smearing Aaron Rodgers' name and trying to get down to the bottom of the dysfunction of the Green Bay Packers season last year between Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy. And I guess he tried to get a little in depth what was really going on. And basically, Mercedes Lewis just said that a lot of it had to do with Aaron Rodgers' quarterback coach that he had there last season, Alex Van Pelt. And he said that was the main cause of the friction. He didn't get into specific details, but he did say that Aaron Rodgers is, one of the quiet guys in the locker room. He likes to lead by example. He did say that the play calling was horrible. He did agree with that. He did say that Aaron Rodgers gained his respect when Mercedes Lewis had to get the guys in line in the huddle, saying that Aaron was a leader and they had to listen to him, which is important as a quarterback. You need guys on the team that's going to ride for you. Of course, Mercedes Lewis' main objective being with the Green Bay Packers was just, blocking, and Mike McCarthy trying to run a two tight end scheme with Jimmy Graham that was very unsuccessful on the tight end part. Not a lot of production there. But he did mention blocking Khalil Mack was a challenge. He said blocking Khalil Mack is, you got to bite down into your... He said you have to clench your teeth into your mouthpiece when you're going against Khalil Mack. Which is, I agree with him. Shit, anybody facing Khalil Mack has to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, once Colin seen that Mercedes Lewis was a Aaron Rodgers guy, he kind of just laid off the hard questions. He kind of just eased off like, oh yeah, he's not going to give me anything juicy to say about Aaron Rodgers. Like, you could just tell, like, this interview's not going to go anywhere. So let me just ask him about, him coming up in the season. Oh yeah, 5 coaches he played for. Like, you could just tell if it was anybody else out there, like Greg Jennings, it probably would have been a 20-minute, 30-minute interview. But since he wasn't getting no juicy details of the friction that was going on with Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, and trying to see if he was a cancer to the locker room, Mercedes Lewis explained that Aaron Rodgers is not a rah-rah guy. He's going to go out there and lead by example. Now, we all know if Mercedes Lewis would have had a juicy story to tell that was going against Aaron Rodgers in a huddle. If the story was, one time we were playing against the Buffalo Bills and Aaron Rodgers was not really throwing the ball great that game. I went in the huddle and told him, man, won't you audible into a running play? And, he looked at me and was like, I'm the quarterback, let me do the job. You just block. And we kind of got into it. That's the kind of stories that Colin Cowherd want to put out there to, make Aaron Rodgers seem like he's not all what he seems to be. He's not all what we see on the highlights. Like there's more. There's another layer to Aaron Rodgers that the public might not want to like. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Same thing with Skip Bayless. Every time they talk about Aaron Rodgers, he could be a little arrogant. He could be a little snooty. He could be a little this. He could be a little that. Like, just because Aaron Rodgers called you two guys a couple of shock jocks, y'all go this far? Just because he doesn't acknowledge you guys or want to do interviews with you guys, y'all got to keep going this far. You know, coming up, when somebody mentioned sports journalism, you know, they talked about the sport, the player in the sport, you know, or what the player is doing in the sport. They didn't try to get these outside sources and, you know, oh, he's dating this guy and he's sleeping with that girl. And, like, sports media is starting to become a fucking joke. It's like a cartoon show. Like, I don't understand why y'all just can't talk about what the player is doing on the field, the court, the hockey rink. You know, y'all gotta, after the game, they said that he went to dinner with Anthony Davis. So what? So fucking what? Oh, after the game, he kissed Olivia Mom right on the lips. So fucking what? Trying to talk to all of these old players that played with Aaron Rodgers. Did he do anything that disrespected you in some way? Trying to get these crazy wild goose chase stories just to have something to put out there to have fans react to negativity. That's all this shit is. I don't get it. Can we talk about what the fuck he's doing on the field? Not what he's doing off the field. And it just seems like the way that this interview went with Mercedes Lewis, you could kind of tell by Colin's body language, he kind of was just like off of it. Like, let's bring in the next guest. He's not giving me anything to run with, to throw more throw more eggs and vegetables and shit at Aaron Rodgers' name. Shit, piss. Like, they just like, he didn't even ask Mercedes Lewis about how his career is going. He threw a couple of questions in there and then that was it. All right, back to Aaron Rodgers. So how is he like in the locker room? How is he like when he does this? Like, bruh. Talk about the season. Talk about his career. He also talked about the city of Green Bay, and of course we know it's the cheesehead capital of the world. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to say. But he didn't even really ask Mercedes Lewis nothing about him. He just talked about Aaron Rodgers and talked about the Bears. Like, when it's all said and done, and when the smoke is cleared, the Green Bay Packers will reign supreme over the NFC North once again. I'm sorry to tell you, Viking fans, Bears fans, and Lions fans. Like, yeah, y'all had y'all cool little 2 years to go on y'all little bullshit run, which we knew wasn't gonna lead to nowhere. Like I said, when the Khalil Mack signing happened, and all of y'all tried to talk shit about me. Oh, yeah, we got Khalil Mack. Oh. What happened the first game? What happened in the playoffs? That's all I gotta say. Y'all not ready yet. Nor is the Vikings, nor is the Lions. We already know. When it comes to the NFC North, that bad man is running the show over there. So get comfortable, sit back and relax. Now that we are rebuilding, things are going to change in this damn division. Go Pack, go.